Welcome back to a very special edition of Chateau Love, the second part of our grand tour of Egypt. We have left our French chateau life and all of our recent DIY projects behind and have embarked on what is perhaps our greatest adventure yet, discovering Egypt with some of our favorite chateau friends. In our last episode, we sailed down the Nile, visited the Philae Temple, shopped and dined in a Nubian village, and I was nearly traded for camels. This week, we push our own boundaries, try many new things, and embrace the local culture. Join us for thousands of years of ancient art, architecture, history, food, shopping, music, fun, and of course, Chateau Love. La vie. Hello everyone and welcome back to Egypt. We are a long way from Chateau life, where we and a number of our other Chateau friends from Manor and Maker and the Chateau de Lalande from the Chateau Diaries are being hosted here in Egypt by the incredible Egyptologist Curtis Ryan Woodside. If you were with us in the last episode, we saw some incredible things. Make sure you check out that episode. We show you our arrival, reuniting with our friends, some boat rides around some of the world's most incredible ancient sites, and of course, some shopping. And I wonder what's in store for us now over the next few days. It's another glorious day on the Nile, and yet again, we are with the most amazing group of people. Today, we are off to Elephantine Island.
Taking you to Elephantine Island. We're gonna go.
This beautiful island on the Nile is more than just a picture-perfect destination to visit. It features a number of notable temples built over several centuries and also has been an important center for trade and commerce since around the year 3500 BC. Documents from hieroglyphics, Hieratic, Greek, Demotic, Coptic, and Arabic have referenced its importance in this region. This is the oldest Jewish settlement in Egypt. And we're about to go find out about some of the Aramaic history here in Egypt, as well as apparently the old-fashioned way to get a divorce, Simon.
Apparently, it's not a new idea.
Apparently it's not. Apparently marriages have come under strain.
The secret to marital harmony
for millennia
is always under siege. Happy wife, happy life.
It's actually happy concubine, happy pharaoh.
You've got a few days left on this trip. Just remember those wise words from the ancients.
They are burned in here.
No, it is a marriage contract, like a deal between the man and his wife. If he divorces her, he will take that and that for her.
Okay, like a prenuptial agreement.
And we've spotted some jewelry. Anything pretty?
Lots of pretty things, but not necessarily something that I would wear so far. Have you spotted anything?
Well, not yet, but I have to say a lot of it looks like exactly what they're selling in the market, which is both interesting and maybe slightly disturbing, depending on the provenance of some of the objects.
I mean, I see a lot of people go with the outfits.
Exactly.
Just the lattice work there.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Tiny, tiny beads.
Beautifully done.
That are, what, 4,000 years old?
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. And pottery that's exactly the same way it's made today.
You know the Simpsons cartoon?
Yes.
Well, I think I saw Marge Simpson's in here, look.
I'm glad you're getting so much out of the history here.
And I think what it's saying here is that tonight A strange man with a vase on his head will come to your door. Beware.
It's a shame that they chiseled away her face because she might actually look quite happy at that prospect. First of all, I need to let you know here that Simon saw a striking resemblance to Marge Simpson.
That's the god Amun.
Yes, well, thank you for clarifying that. That's the God of Moon. And that these two bore striking resemblance to members of a boy band.
Maybe. Just they have less hair. The main goddess that was worshipped here, her name is Anuket. Her role was to make sure that the Nile flooded and the Nile was protected. It is believed that Queen Nefertiti, who has her own crown, Nefertiti has a special crown only worn by her. This crown is what inspired the Nefertiti crown.
We just walked outside to find empty sarcophagi just lying outside. That is incredible. And a really spectacular view in the distance. Yeah,
It's fantastic.
It was interesting, and it was also really small, which was nice.
Yeah, there are a few things here that you're obviously not going to see anywhere else. We're going over to the other side
Okay.
of the island, which is the oldest part.
And this is the old colonial building where the museum used to be housed.
Okay.
And now we're heading over to the oldest part. Okay, fantastic.
Yes. Can we get a gazebo like that at Milan?
So this is the temple that we can take you guys to, and then we'll do some more exploring.
Fabulous.
But we'll watch the ground.
Tell us where we are exactly.
So we're going to see the temple here dedicated from Tutmosis III to the goddess Hathor, Anuket, and Satis.
Hathor being the one with the
Hathor
cows.
is the cow goddess, yes. Goddess of beauty.
Team Ramses and Team Tutmosis, aren't we?
Yes,
Yes,
we'll take
you
a
have to
vote
do
later.
The War of the Egyptologists.
Tutmosis III is the first man who divides the army in human being history into right wing, left wing, and a heart. So we have the military science. The first man who made an empire stretched from East Persia to Libya and from Crete Island to the far south of Sudan. So he is the greatest as a conqueror or a warrior. But no one knows him. Do you know why?
Why?
The karma. He was bad with Hatshepsut. He wanted to demolish Hatshepsut.
Right.
That's why he wanted to demolish her. So he be demolished.
Ah, so she got her revenge.
Yes, no one knows him, despite he was a great.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love that story.
It's a
You
good
love that?
story.
Yeah.
It's a good
Feels like
story.
a feminist one to me.
I love seeing these guys with the robes flowing. It's so pretty.
That's the old Cataract Hotel.
Yeah, that's where you guys went and visited.
Yes, and can you see there? You see the sign underneath, like the most ornate bit on the roof? Do you see
Yes.
what I mean? Exactly, the balcony underneath that is Agatha Christie's suite. Spans quite a bit of that wing, actually.
And didn't she write one of her novels there?
She did, Death on the Nile.
Death on the Nile.
Looking out on the Nile.
I wonder if there could be a Death on the Nile with our visit this week.
I hope not. Place your bets now.
Who's going to be murdered in the Chateau trip to Egypt?
Right to be your shoulder.
Yes, and my friend Steve.
Well, now we're joking because this, everyone who's watching, is Simon. I'm married to Simon. This is Steve. Steve is with Sarah.
Yes.
Now, for those of you that message me about what Steve is up to on the vlog, I'm very flattered, Steve. I'm really glad we're friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Good
That's
friends,
all.
But yeah, that's where it is.
You need to ask Sarah about that.
Simon, Steve. Okay, now.
Well, there's something for everybody, right? So no matter what type of photographer you are, if you are a landscape photographer, this is an incredible place to come and do landscape. If you like to do close-up or portrait or anything of that nature, you know, the Nubian village we were in the other day is an awesome place to go do a portrait photo shoot. This is just incredible to walk around. And
also the local people are really welcoming and very colorful.
Right. It's ancient, but it's being on an island like this. It's clearly over the centuries has changed, and it really gives you a breadth of the story of ancient Egyptian history.
Now, what about you? Because that was an extremely erudite answer.
He's a very deep guy.
I feel like
I'm just going to say my favorite bit was standing up there looking at the view.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
okay, well.
I got some really nice footage, photos. You can see the entire region from the top there.
And I also have the privilege of standing here with two very creative, artistic photographers. And so as photographers, yes, this must be a dream.
There's not a bad shot. You can't take a bad shot here. I don't think you really can.
So I want to show everybody this incredible contraption that we bought just for this trip. We're not allowed drones in Egypt, and so check this out.
Like that, you see? So a lot of the shots that you'll see that I'm making look like we're using a drone. We're using this.
And Simon's been so brilliant because he's been hopping on top of boats and holding on to things for dear life to get this footage so that we can share it all with you guys.
Exactly. And those are statues in there. You can't. There's a gate stopping you from going in, but you
we can see
them
from up here.
Look.
Incredible.
We are off to Kubait El Hawa, which is the mountain here that has tombs dating back to the 6th dynasty.
So we had the great pleasure of going and seeing a lot of these artifacts that were taken from these tombs at the museum yesterday. I'm so inspired by all your jewelry here. I'm gonna have to have a whole Egyptian revival collection.
I have a whole bunch of stuff with me. You can rate it and wear what you want.
Wonderful, can't wait. And we have our intrepid travelers out again. Today is, I think, going to be the biggest adventure of all so far.
If all goes right, we should be the only people here today because this area is not actually open to the public.
We just found out what our big surprise of the day is. It's camels. And I really hope that they're friendly camels too. I think I'd like to choose the sleepy one. Cheryl, you excited about hopping on the camel?
Yes, it'll be my 1, 2, 3, 4th time, I think.
Oh, so you're an old camel riding pro.
Very nervous.
I've been going on camels
Well, she's reassuring. Your mother's reassuring, Curtis.
I know.
As long as I get a...
Very nervous. I've done it a million times. I'm really nervous.
I like a big one.
I've been going on camels since I was 6 years old, so this is second nature to me.
And there's Simon playing with our new toy. Come on, Simon, your camel's waiting.
minute. Excuse me.
Stephanie, I understand the last time you went camel riding, it was side saddle.
What? So Curtis tells me. I don't remember having a side saddle set up on the camel.
Well, we've got our parasols. I feel like we should also have side saddles.
We should. I don't know if any of them have been equipped with a side saddle, though.
Makes perfect sense to me. Trolls.
They are.
Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a little bit scared of heights. So not only are we getting up on a tall camel, but we're also going up a dune into a dune.
And then most of the thing. Ready? Lean back.
How is that for you, Simon?
It's pretty good, Curtis. How about you?
I'm loving it.
You're a natural up there. You're like Lawrence of Arabia. How about you, Steve?
Doing well.
Casanova. You're on Casanova? Of course you are. Yeah. Okay, Vivienne's getting on her camel. What a star. How do you feel, Sarah? Good? He looks very happy though, your camel. He's chewing on something.
How was yours?
Great. It's fantastic. Okay, this is a Chateau Love camel dismount.
We're going inside.
We are.
We're about to go into the tomb of Sirnput. Normally, this is a private tomb. Curtis has obtained special access. Obviously, we had to get here by camel. And it's apparently fascinating on the inside. Yeah, we've been having the most extraordinary adventures, and each place is singular. They're all different to each other. Looking a little wobbly there. You still have your camel legs?
It is a ship of the desert, so of course. And desert legs.
You got your desert legs. Oh, that is true. You don't have camel legs.
I know, I don't. You come off the camel, and it's like you come off a boat after a while. You're a little bit
wobbly.
in motion still. Yeah.
Yes.
And Sirnput was an official in the 12th dynasty, so a very long time ago.
So yesterday in the museum we saw 4 mummies that came out of these tombs, and one of them would have been here.
Yes.
This particular guy. We can show you a picture of that later, but he would have been right in here. It's the 5% that matters. You know, you do 95%, but the 5%.
You're talking about the contribution to the blog.
Yes.
Yes. Well, everyone appreciates your contribution to the blog.
5% makes that little bit of a difference.
Yes.
I hope.
Now, Steve, on the other hand, I believe is a full equal contributor to his vlogging
50-50.
experience.
I think it's a little more 52-48 this
Okay.
year.
Oh, so not only is he a larger contributor, but he's also a gentleman.
I know. I do feel humbled. I feel
You should always feel a little humbled in the presence of Steve.
Yeah, I feel a little inadequate standing next to Steve, but you know that's why I like to stand next to him so
I'm going to
much.
take lots of footage of the two of you standing together so everybody knows the difference. Steve, Simon,
Yeah.
Steve, Simon.
Steve's got a beard.
Steve's got, don't you dare grow a beard. That's going to even confuse me, all right?
Or I should shave.
Just come out of the tomb of Sarin.
It's incredible.
Incredible, unique, and you are one of a handful of people to have ever been in there.
That's what's the most extraordinary thing of all to me, is that you've given us access to these private places that we can't go to otherwise, and we're so grateful and privileged and enjoying it, you know. And I'm hoping that more people will be able to come and see this, because I know a lot of these things have been closed, some of them forever, some of them for the last 20-30 years due to geopolitical issues, and
You know,
it's great.
in one way, I'm happy when they start opening places to the public, but in another way, it ruins the magic.
Yes,
So it has good and bad sides.
exactly.
But we have the man himself here, Sarin put behind us, the ruler of Elephantine in the 12th dynasty.
One thing I'm curious about, especially if they do start opening up these places to tourism, because we can walk right up and touch the ancient frescoes on the walls and the ancient sarcophagi. What do you think they'll do to protect those?
Some tombs, they should put glass over the frescoes.
Okay.
Because they should not be touched, because the oils in our hands can damage. The breath that we breathe can damage. What we did today cannot damage the tomb, because we are such a small group.
Yes.
But when you have hundreds of people crowding into a tomb, it can damage quite badly.
And I think we're all quite respectful. We don't go around touching everything and feeling it. We know better than that, but not everybody does, you know.
Not everybody does.
And people
some
do want to feel the history.
It is so tantalizing to touch the history.
Because it is tangible here.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, there's big ramps here.
Uh-huh.
that we can see from across the other side, because our hotel is right across on the other side.
Oh,
of
yes.
the
Look
River
at, oh
Nile.
my goodness.
So we can see these.
You think that's how they brought the stones
I
up?
think it might have been.
How did you two cope with the tiny path along the precipice?
I absolutely love it.
Simon, the expert on Egyptology, has just been corrected by Lammy.
Yes. He is the expert. We had a very, very good discussion about it. I had a great theory, but there was one problem.
Yes, you were wrong.
No one brought any stones from down there up here, because of course it's been dug into the mountain.
Yes.
So it's the other way around.
Well,
All the stones went out of the mountain, down the hillside.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So basically, nobody built this.
No. Well, no.
They excavated it.
They did. Everything is in here.
This one is much older than the one we just saw.
Yeah.
That was apparently the new edition, as Phil was going.
Well, and that makes sense, because the art in here is much more primitive.
Exactly. We're just having the most interesting conversation inside the tomb about the ancient philosophy about moving on after death. And of course, mummification was meant to be the idea of being able to return to Egypt, which they considered to be paradise here on earth. But in the meantime, the tomb, in this case, is overlooking the most glorious view of the Nile River and Aswan in the distance. I'm a little bit wobbly with height,
You are.
which is a little bit of an understatement, but I would like to show everybody how brave I am and how committed I am to giving you the very best YouTube videos I can. Because look down. It's quite steep.
What are you talking about, Vivienne? It's fine.
Curtis, stop. Curtis, stop. Stop, 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 stop. It's spectacular.
Isn't that incredible? Down there. I don't know if you can see them, but down there are the camels.
Now we're going in this little tiny opening. I wonder what's in here.
Wow, this is incredible.
He's coming in with you. Not a bad choice, Cheryl.
Man in a suit and a uniform.
I know, he's in a uniform. He's also a gentleman. He's been helping me around the rocks. While this one.
What?
He's been helping me. So we walked into that tiny little corridor to walk out into this space.
Can we go to the cafe first? No cafe here?
No. I'm a coffee man.
There are no cafes at any of the sites in Egypt.
Need we remind you that Curtis is taking us to places that no one ever goes?
Oh, that's true.
They're not going to have a coffee shop in a place that no one has ever been to before.
That's true. I'm just missing it.
You asked me yesterday the same question,
Yeah.
and you make me remember the coffee.
Yeah.
So I was like not happy, and today you remind me again. I'm suffering from this. I'm suffering.
Thank you. Thank you,
both
Larry.
of us.
Now that's all three of us, actually.
All three
You
struggling.
want coffee too?
Of course I do, now that he brought up the subject.
Today I wake up quite late, so no coffee.
Oh no.
The mood not good.
Philip and I are trying to get a camel selfie.
Yes.
This is not the easiest thing. Come on, smile, smile, smile. You can do it. You can do it. Smile. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful. Yes, you are.
Camels drink one once for me. This is number 3.
Ciao, Donatella.
I can't believe you got Vivienne. You had the perfect camel dress.
Well, then I couldn't get the perfect camel photos.
Thank you.
So Simon and Lammy were joking about there not being a coffee shop up in the tombs that nobody's ever been to before. Turns out, actually, right across from us, this is a coffee shop. Secret tombs, magical coffee shop. I wonder if they have hibiscus tea.
Vivienne, this is beautiful in here.
I can't wait. I'm really glad that we decided to go for the coffee shop, actually. Does it go with my outfit? This one's made out of pottery. And there it is. And look who's waiting for us.
Well, it's not far down to bed. At least it's not far. And if the wind is right, you could sail away.
Good look out for him over
Find
there.
tranquility.
Ibrahim just called me Captain Simon.
Yes.
He's promoted me. I'm very happy.
Yes.
I'm now a Felucca captain.
You're this is the happiest moment of the entire trip for you.
I'm actually really happy at this point. If things just look
Felucca.
too bad, I can come to the Nile and I can do Felucca day trips.
Yes, you can.
I think that would be a pretty good job, I've got to say.
Canvas can do miracles, just you wait and see. Believe me. Sailing takes me away to where I always knew it could be. Just a dream and the wind to carry me. Soon I will be free.
Yeah, yeah, yuppie, yuppie, yeah. You see, yeah, yeah, yuppie, yuppie, yeah. Sing it, yeah, yeah, yuppie, yeah, yeah, yuppie, yeah, yeah, yuppie.
Dormez-vous, sonnez matina, ding dang dong, ding dang dong. Hey, Macarena!
That's the Nilometer. So they used that to measure the level of the Nile to see how it was going to flood, if it was going to overflood, underflood, and then they could predict the harvest, when to plant. Yeah.
Soon I will be free. Fantasy, it gets the best of me when I'm sailing.
Okay, so the question I'm sure that a lot of people would love to know is what on earth are we all doing here together in Egypt?
We're Curtis's ducklings.
No.
We follow wherever Curtis takes us.
Actually,
Where are we going next?
Where are we going next?
Takes me away to where
Morocco. Yeah. You meant this week. You know, I'm just happy to be here with everyone.
well, we're very happy to
Southern
be
Egypt.
here.
It's a part that tourists don't usually overlook. So I'm very happy to be showing you guys.
I'm so excited because I've been to Egypt a couple of times before and I have never been to Lagos.
You're an Egypt lover, so
Absolutely,
you know.
but this is entirely new territory.
yeah. People might not know, but Percy and Isabel have a party that they did at Lalande. When
Yes.
Isabel was dressed up as Nefertiti.
Queen Nefertiti.
Oh, well.
Ah.
Reincarnated.
Will we see Queen Nefertiti again on this trip?
You might see a bit of her.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Stay tuned, everyone. Great things to come.
Exactly.
It's not far back to sanity, at least it's not for me. When the wind is right, you can sail away, find serenity. The canvas can do miracles, just you wait and see. Believe me. Sailing takes me away to where I always knew it could be. Just a dream and the wind to carry me. Soon I will be free. Soon I will be free. Hold me close and hold me fast. magic spell you cast. This is la vie en rose. When you kiss me, heaven sighs, and though I close my eyes, I see